Today let's talk about decreasing on the knitting machine. Hi, I'm Faith, and I am a fiber artist who creates portraits using knitting machines, sometimes with up to 6 colors of yarn and up to 7 feet tall. But lately I've been feeling the urge to do more functional knitting on my knitting machines, so to learn more about all the different techniques, I have been working my way through a workbook, but not just any workbook. It's a workbook from the 80s that came with my knitting machine. And what's so cool about it is the person who had the book before me had started some of the projects in the book, but they didn't finish. So I'm finishing it up for them. So today we're talking about the decreases. The single transfer decrease is really pretty easy. All you're doing with this decrease is you're taking the last stitch that you have, so each needle and hook there is a stitch, and you're gonna pull it off the machine with your single transfer tool and just move it over one spot. So simple enough. You want to decrease by one stitch, you just scooch it over and then you continue knitting. The second decrease that I'm doing is the double stitch decrease, and with this one you're going to use your double transfer tool, so with the two eyes on it, and you're going to pull the last 2 stitches off and scoot them over by 1. So you're decreasing by 1 stitch, but you're moving the last 2 stitches over. For all of these pieces, I started with utility cast on and I bound off with the transfer tool bind off. And for these pieces today, there's only 3 of them. I started with the utility cast on. So that's where you do a zigzag cast on, where you turn up every other needle, you knit a row, hang your cast on comb and your weights, and then you continue knitting. You pull up all the needles and then continue knitting from there. All right, and our final decrease today is the full fashion decrease. So now the way this one works is you move the 3rd stitch over to the 2nd on the outside. So if your work is on the left in the center and then you want to decrease on the right of the work, you're going to move the 3rd stitch in to the 2nd stitch in over to the right, and then you're going to move the last 2 stitches over by 1. So you're kind of getting rid of that 3rd stitch. That's all they had us doing for the decreases, just those 3. Next up will be some bind offs, and then in the workbook they have different hems you can do at the end of for the end of your sweater and stuff like that. So there's a bunch of different hems in there that we will give a try and I will share with you. So I really hope this was helpful to you. I'm having a really good time going through these old instructions and seeing what's in there and how they described things. So I hope you're enjoying it too and you're having fun and you're learning some things, and I hope you have a good one.